Alright, that didn't take long. Take two. I didn't actually start recording for the first couple of minutes of speaking that I just did. So, probably a little shorter this time around. I am going to start growing my own leafy greens. I've started to eat a lot of them as I've changed my diet over the last few months, and so I'm spending a lot of money on vegetables, leafy greens, and I thought it'd be a fun project to grow my own. So, been looking at YouTube quite a bit, seeing how other folks are doing it, how I can do it indoors up here in New England, and it looks pretty straightforward. Should be able to do it large scale in my basement. I'm hoping to actually even maybe give away or have enough to even sell a little bit along with the eggs that we sell now. And should be fun. It's a little unusual for me to want to do this since I'm not big on gardening. Mostly I hate weeding, but that's the great thing about hydroponics. There's no weeds. So this is right up my alley. Anyway, I'll show you how we're getting started. Disclaimer, I'm probably not the guy to follow, at least to learn from. I've never done this before, but you'll probably get to see lots of things that you shouldn't do. So let me show you what we're doing now. Yeah, you can hear Rochelle talking, laughing in the background. She knows I'm gonna screw something up. So here's what we're starting with. It's a little bit like a science experiment. So the first thing that I had to sort of figure out, seemed the most important, was how to determine the pH of my water. So I bought this pH meter, and then you have to calibrate it, which is what all this stuff is. So you got to mix a certain amount of distilled water and then dilute each one of these packets in it and then go through the process to calibrate the pH meter. So now that I've done all that, and ideally you want your pH around 5.5 to 6.5, at least that's what the general consensus online is, so that's what I'm doing. So what I did is I took my normal tap water, I filled up a couple jars, figured out what the pH was straight out of the tap. Got this Clone X Clone solution, which is clone and seedling nutrients. So I diluted that a little bit more than they recommended. I wanted it to be extra weak, but have a little bit of something. And so I'm going to soak these rock wool cubes in that solution, and then we're going to try and grow some red leaf lettuce, black seeded Simpson lettuce, and these two types of romaine, Parasile Cos and Little Gem. There's some other stuff that came in the pack too that eventually I'll try and grow, but for the get-go, for the testing, we're just going to do the lettuce and the romaine. Alright folks, time for a quick update. So it's been a few days since the last clip where I was talking about how I was going to germinate the seeds and all, and didn't actually follow the method I described. What I ended up doing was just dropping a couple seeds right in some water. So I got 2 of this type of lettuce, 2 of this type of lettuce, and 2 of this type of romaine, as well as this one. But as you can see, these ones are ready to be planted, and there were 2 already done, 1 in each. So those have been planted already, and I will show you those in just a second. Here we are back under the grow lights. So we got the 2 romaine that were planted yesterday, I think. Today is November 9th. And then these 2 I put in today, and then 1 lettuce up there in the corner. All the romaine already germinated, they're already in the cubes, and I'm still waiting for 3 more lettuce. So I'll keep you updated.